Heroes of Barbazar, Shaka Zulu. A long time ago, in the vast lands of southern Africa, there lived a prophetess named Sithai. She had a vision, one that would echo across the generations. With a voice full of certainty, she declared,
"A child will be born who will bring about a new order and a new nation."
Little did anyone know, the child of prophecy had already been born, a boy named Shaka. Shaka came into the world in 1787 in a small Zulu village. His father, Senzangakona, was a chief, and his mother, Princess Nandi, came from a nearby clan. But Shaka's life began with hardship. His parents weren't married, and when Nandi became pregnant, the villagers whispered and judged. They thought she was sick with a condition called Shaka, which caused swelling and pain. When Shaka was born, he was named after this illness, a name tied to misunderstanding and struggle from the very start. Shaka's childhood was tough. By the time he was 6, he was already working as a herder, tasked with watching over the villagers' cattle. Armed with just a stick, he had to fend off wild animals like hyenas and jackals, lions. It was a dangerous job, but even at a young age, Shaka showed incredible bravery. The real blow came when his father turned him and his mother away. Chief Senzangakona rejected them, and the two were forced to leave their home. Homeless and vulnerable, they wandered the wilderness together, surviving off the land. Through all this hardship, Shaka found strength in his mother, Nandi, who never gave up. She reminded him that he was destined for greatness. Eventually, they found a home with the Mthethwa people, ruled by a kind and wise king named Dingiswayo. But life in this new place was far from easy. Shaka faced constant bullying from the local boys. They mocked him for being an outsider, but Shaka endured, finding comfort and encouragement from his mother. As the years passed, Shaka grew into a tall and powerful young man. His strength was unmatched, and his courage became legendary. One day, while tending the king's cattle, Shaka faced a fierce challenge. A leopard attacked the herd. With nothing but his bare hands and a spear, Shaka fought the beast and killed it. This act of bravery changed everything. King Dingiswayo was so impressed that he took Shaka under his wing, seeing the potential for greatness in him. Shaka joined the Mthethwa army, where he trained as a warrior. But Shaka wasn't just brave. He was a thinker. He studied how battles were fought and began to question the old ways. Back then, warriors fought by throwing spears from a distance, but Shaka realized this wasn't effective. He came up with a new way of fighting, close combat. To make this strategy work, Shaka designed a new spear called the Ikalwa. Shorter and sharper than traditional spears, the Ikalwa was perfect for hand-to-hand combat. Shaka also created a larger, sturdier shield called the Ishlangu. With these innovations, he trained the Mthethwa warriors to fight with discipline and precision. But Shaka's genius didn't stop there. He developed a new battle formation called the Buffalo Horns Formation. In this strategy, his army was divided into 4 groups. The chest of the buffalo would attack the enemy head-on, while the horns would circle around to trap them. The loins, made up of seasoned warriors, stayed behind, ready to reinforce where needed. This strategy was so effective that it became legendary. Shaka's skill on the battlefield earned him a powerful nickname, Nodumehlizi, meaning the one who, when seated, makes the earth rumble. He wasn't just a warrior, he was a force of nature. In 1816, Shaka's life changed again. His father, Senzangakona, passed away. With King Dingiswayo's support, Shaka returned to his homeland, where he claimed his father's throne. Standing before his people, he made a bold declaration.
"We are no longer a divided people. From this day forward, we are the Zulu nation."
With this proclamation, Shaka united his people under one banner, giving them a shared identity and purpose. Under Shaka's leadership, the Zulu nation grew stronger than ever. He transformed farmers and hunters into disciplined warriors, training them to fight with precision and bravery. His army became so powerful that even the mention of the Zulu name struck fear into the hearts of his enemies. But Shaka's journey wasn't without heartache. In 1818, his mentor and friend, King Dingiswayo, was killed by a rival. Shaka vowed to avenge him. At the Battle of Mlatuze River, Shaka led his warriors to victory, defeating the rival forces and solidifying his power. From that day forward, Shaka's influence only grew. He continued to unite the Zulu-speaking clans, bringing them together to form the largest and most powerful kingdom in southern Africa. His vision, courage, and leadership transformed the Zulu people into a force that could not be ignored. Shaka Zulu is remembered today as a visionary leader and a brilliant warrior. He changed the way battles were fought, brought his people together, and built a legacy that still inspires. His story reminds us that even in the face of hardship, greatness can be achieved through strength, courage, and determination. And so, the boy who once herded cattle became the king who made the earth tremble. A legend whose name will never be forgotten. The end. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe so you won't miss out on our next release.
Bedtime Tales of African Queens Who Slayed History is a children's illustrated picture book introducing kids to the legendary stories of 31 African warrior queens and princesses. The stories are lovingly written in a fairy tale style, making it easy for every kid to immediately dive deep into the magical and wonderful universe of these extraordinary women who changed history forever. This is a book to learn about the adventures of Africa's true legendary queens. Get your own copy today. Now available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold.